Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
We're back. The 30th Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival will take place May 18th to the 31st in Lock Haven Park, and digitally June 4th through the 18th through a new program called DigiFringe. Enjoy performances from artists all around the world. Ticket prices range from free to $12 and are available online at orlandofringe.org or at the box office.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Auto usually joins us at this time, but you know, as happens sometimes, he gets real busy and isn't able to make it over here. So when that happens, we'll give you a rewind of Matt Gibbs. So you cannot call in to this show today. This is a rewind, and it may be a winter show, summer. I don't know, but it's a rewind of Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Auto. Matt Gibbs of Sunrise Auto, he is here for auto repair with care. It's something like that.
It is.
Look,
it's something like that, Tom.
I play college football, shots to the head. What do you want from me? Matt was not here last week, but he is back in studio this week. And he will take your call, 622-9622. Anything automotive that you want to ask, he is the source extraordinaire when it comes to that. And I got one right away, Matt. I get a text or a call every day. Let me just go every day.
Let me tell you what your text or your call is about.
What's it? If I'm asking you, what's it about?
It's about your extended warranty.
100%. I don't have an extended warranty. I drive a Cadillac, don't have an extended warranty on it. They tell me in this message all the time, your extended warranty is about to run out. I have 127,000 miles on a 10-year vehicle. It ran out at 3 years or 36,000 miles, one or the other.
No, well, that was your factory warranty.
The factory warranty.
Okay, so.
And I didn't buy the warranty in the finance department. Right. They wanted me to.
Right, that cost $3,000.
Well, once you finance it, it ends up costing you about $4,600, $5,000.
Yeah.
You know, but you get these calls and you see it. Everybody's doing these different national car extended warranties, and I know 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when they first started, it was shyster, almost criminal with the money they would collect and the little bit of stuff they would do. But now you hear ones that say you don't even have to make the claim, take it to a certified auto repair, they'll make the claim for you and everything. Has extended warranties improved, or are they still there's got a lot of gray area?
There always has been very good extended warranty companies, and there's always been really bad extended warranty companies. So you just got to pick and choose which one that you get involved with.
Kind of like, there's always been great pre-owned car dealers and shady pre-owned car dealers. I mean, you don't want to buy a car from the lady that sold Barney Fife his car.
and that's very true. So I get the same call you get. I get the same text you get, and I don't even have a car. I own a garage, but I don't own a car.
And you get calls for extended warranty.
Yeah, I don't even know. I haven't owned since my son got hurt. I haven't owned a car in my name since 2008.
So chances are I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, chances are most of the companies that are contacting you through text message or calls like that are on the bad side of the business, not the good side.
Yeah, they're on that Barney Fife side of the
is that what I should assume?
Yeah, that's what you should assume. Now there are great extended warranty companies out there, and for some people with some vehicles, an extended warranty is a must. It just really depends on the situation. So if you're buying a car, and I don't try to talk down to anybody. My car has 150,000 miles on it. My wife's car has 140,000 miles on it. You know, so we're not driving brand new stuff.
No.
And so I am fortunate enough to own a garage. You know, so that helps me out.
You can work on them.
I can work on them. But see, in the last several years, there's a lot of companies that use. It's not really an extended warranty. It's more like a vehicle maintenance company. They, you know, that like Sears.
Right. Even
though Sears is out of business, they have, instead of, you know, the old Sears vans that used to run around Ocala all the time, now they're called A&E. So Sears is still there. They just don't have the stores, but they still have the guys that would come out and fix the washers, the dryers.
Right, certainly.
And stuff. And they're based out of Orlando, and we are their service center here in Ocala. Now we have to go through their company, their extended warranty company that takes care of them and does their maintenance and fleet. Then there's other companies that we do. We're A+ rated with a lot of the extended warranty companies. So, you know, if you have an extended warranty, you can bring it to us and we can process it. A lot of the old theory was if you had extended warranty,
take it to the dealer.
You had to take it to the dealer, and that's not so anymore. Now, even GM and stuff, they offer their own extended warranty.
Right.
But you have to take it you do have to take to the dealer to get that stuff done. But for some vehicles, like for instance. And if someone wants to call, they can call.
Well, we have a caller on the line. You want to take that real quick? Let's take that real quick. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hey, this is Sonny calling. Hey, Matt. How you
Sonny.
doing?
How you doing, buddy?
On a person like me with my cars right now, I'm not putting a lot of miles on the cars. I have a 03 Mercury Sable wagon. You know the car I'm talking about, the station wagon, Matt.
Yep.
I had a few questions about that. Still bothers me that when you get up to 45, the light changes red. This thing feels like the gas is still, trying to maintain speed or something. And you explained to me what the problem was with that, but that car, I still have like 37,000 miles on it, and it mostly sits in the garage. I take it for a ride every now and then to make sure everything seems to be working all right.
Hey, Sonny, real quick, what year is that car again?
It's a 03 station wagon,
okay.
The Mercury Sable.
Okay, I'm going to use your car as an example of something here, but go ahead.
Well, the other one is my Pontiac Vibe, which is 05. That's like 15 years old. And I got about 96,000 miles on that thing. You do the service on it, and basically I'm in there once a year to get the service on there. And I think, the Schaefer's Oil is the one that does a good job there at keeping everything, freed up and gunk-free. And,
right.
It's kind of hard, so I hear these service extended warranties, number one, I don't put that kind of mileage on a car, and if it does go kaplooey, I got you to bring it to.
That's right.
I have unless I'm 1,000 miles away in Texas or something like that, and that hasn't happened for 10 years now. So, I'm just wondering what how does that affect me when I don't put that many miles on a car?
Well, I'm going to explain that to you here.
Hang up and listen.
Thanks, Sonny, for the call.
Okay, so for Sonny's situation.
First off, I want first dibs on trying to buy that Mercury Sable when he gets ready to sell it.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I hear it's probably pristine though.
Dude, it's like brand new.
It's got 36,000 miles on it.
Like
it's an 03.
New. Now so Sonny gets this text, his phone call, and they're talking about his '03 Mercury Sable and about getting an extended warranty. One of the things I have to look at is, okay, what is the car worth? Even though this car is like pristine, and it's not the average car. Sonny's car is not the average car.
It's the one that's not in good condition. It's an excellent condition.
It's not even it's beyond excellent. There's no book.
Kelley Blue Book doesn't have anything.
I just looked it up.
Right.
They don't have a spot for Sonny's car. Sonny's that car in '03 Sable with that kind of mileage.
It's worth. I bet. Let me take a guess. Because they don't have that kind of car, it's probably worth $2,800.
Not even.
Really?
Yeah. Not even 28 on my end, like as a dealer.
Right.
Okay. It's about a $1,600 car.
But it's not really.
But it's not, because there's no place for in this thing. But here's the deal. So he goes out and he's getting hit up by this company wanting him to sell this extended warranty. Let's say he bites and takes it. He's going to end up paying more for the extended warranty than what the car is even worth.
100%.
No doubt. For this whole, so sometimes it's better off just to let old Sable go when old Sable goes. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, and this is with Sonny's car being above board. This car could literally get put in a dealership somewhere as this is what an '03 Mercury Sable looked like brand new from the factory.
Right.
That's how nice this car is.
It's an antique in 3 years, and it looks brand new.
And it looks brand new. And so, but then there's other situations. Let's just say, for instance, I bought a 2015 Tahoe. Okay. And when I bought the Tahoe, if I'm not Matt, the guy that owns Sunrise Automotive. I buy a 2015 Tahoe with 90,000 miles. I can buy an extended warranty from a good company, a good reputable company that's going to cover powertrain, engine, transmission, rear end, air conditioning. Those are the major hits. And now I know, and if you don't know, Chevrolet's or GM is having a lot of issues with the transmissions in that year of vehicle.
Right.
So if that transmission goes bad in my car, my cost, now I'm back to being the owner of Sunrise Automotive, it's going to cost me almost $3,500 to fix the transmission.
And that's your cost.
And that's my cost.
So when you think of markup, because you have to make a living, it's going to be somewhere around $4,500.
Exactly. So the chances, the odds are that we're going to have a transmission issue. When I bought the car, guess what I had to deal with right off the
transmission.
bat? I had to deal with a transmission issue.
Well, I know I have a 2010 Cadillac SRX.
Okay.
The year they went from the station wagon body style, I got the new body style, the sport body style. And electrical issues are the deal with this thing.
Okay.
The 2010 has it when you go read on the internet, because I'll just be sitting in traffic and my dashboard will brighten.
Okay.
And it'll dim. And it'll brighten. So I went on the internet and said, what is this problem? It is something that is known in the 2010 SRX is that the electrical system can be a little hinky. And if you talk about having to redo the electrical system of one of these cars, it's a 2010. It's 10 years old with 127,000 miles on it. It's in good condition. It's got a few dings and everything. It's got wear on it, but it's still a Cadillac. You would think it's worth a bunch of money. Kelley Blue Book says it's worth about $2,600, $2,500.
Yep.
If the electrical system goes out in that Cadillac, it's better for me to take it to a junkyard, just get the $300 for the scrap, than it is for me to try to fix that thing.
Right. Now, the condition that you're having, Tom, a lot of times, and here's the thing that we got to remember. Even I have to go back and I have to remember this because I started in this thing years ago.
Points and plugs.
Well, I was a little bit after points, but definitely plugs and carburetors.
Right.
And but one of the things that we deal with every single day. Is our issues like what you're saying,
electrical and computer,
and a lot of it is okay. Just like last night when I woke up this morning, I got the iOS 14 update on my iPhone.
Right.
Okay. So then this morning, they updated it. I have to put in my code. Now I can. Okay. Now my screen's different. There's things added to it that I.
Are you telling me I need to update my Cadillac?
Well, that's what happens. There's on your I had a 2010
Same exact car.
Same exact car as you have. That's what my wife had before the Escalade. She drives the Escalade
Right.
now. So in that car, there was we had I can't even remember what the condition was, but there was no part to replace. There was nothing to go to AutoZone and buy this part or go to Cadillac and get this thing. What I had to do is hook it up to my laptop. I have the ability to talk directly with General Motors, and it's called a Tues program, and I have the Tues program. And then through this interface module that I have in my shop, I can now talk. Now I'm talking to the mainframe and General Motors. And I tell them I got this 2010 Cadillac SRX. This is what it's doing. And there's 33 operating systems in the car. And I can go into this operating system. I can download all the new information from GM, run it through my interface module, and put it in my car. So more than likely what you would see is, first thing I would do with your car is look up a TSB, which is a technical service bulletin. For that year, make, model, condition, the complaint, what's going on. Oh yeah, here it is. There's a new update in the body control module. Then this body control module regulates all the lights and
Right.
da-da-da-da-da.
I've never had anybody, the first time, and I've asked people about this numerous times, you're the first person that's ever said, it just could be an update.
It could be an update. We fix a whole bunch of cars by giving them updates.
Now, just ballpark it for me with the update. What's something like
It's
that?
$175.
Well, that's not ballpark. That's accurate.
That's and I can know because I have to buy it from GM.
Right.
They don't give me nothing.
And I haven't done, I've owned the car since 16. I bought the car from an Asian lady who didn't drive it a whole lot. Now, I bet it probably hadn't been, I know it hadn't been updated since I bought it.
Right.
And it may not need to be, but it may need to be.
Right. So what I do is, let's say if I find a TSB or I find something that says we need to address it and this is how to address it, I do that. Now, once I buy the program, I buy the program for the entire car.
Right.
So what I do is I take my time with it, and I'm the only one that does it in my shop because it's very, very time consuming, and I can't charge according to the time that I take. That's why it's a flat fee, and I do it because I don't get paid by the job. I get paid.
You own the place.
I don't even get paid.
Yeah, you own the place. That's the first thing I learned about small business ownership. You don't get paid. You pay a lot of people, but you don't get paid.
Yeah, I don't get paid. So I do that so my guys don't have to do it and get aggravated, and I need to go do something else. So what I'll do is I'll check all the other operating systems. So I check your air conditioning, and there's updates for air. We think we turn it on and we turn it off, and
Right.
we change the blower and we change where we are and we change the temperature. But people don't understand what it takes to make all that happen. And they'll come up with updates.
And I tell you, I sometimes I'll get in my car and crank it, and the air conditioner, because you know the car, the relative temperature outside comes on, and the temperature that you've got the driver's side set at and the passenger side set at. Sometimes those just be blank little dashes. They don't show up, and I have to shut the car off, let it sit for 90 seconds. Because it resets the computer. I'm sure that's what it's doing, and then crank it up, and then it's fine.
Right, and I guarantee you there will be an update for that in the air conditioning control module. So the air conditioner has its own computer.
I just replaced the air conditioner blower motor because it went out.
Okay.
So I found that unlike back when I was a kid, even though because it says Cadillac, because so many parts now with GM are interchangeable, it's not near as expensive to own a Cadillac as it used to be.
Right.
It used to be cost prohibitive unless you could afford the car parts and everything because they were specific to Cadillac only. It was expensive, but now Cadillacs they use them in the GMs and the GMCs and everything. So there's some interchangeables. But it sounds like I need to get in and get a look at my computer system.
You might need an update. Well, I mean, and look at so you got the SRX.
Yes.
My wife has an Escalade. An Escalade is nothing but a fancy Tahoe.
Right, that's all it is. It's a Tahoe with people say it's a Tahoe with Cadillac emblems.
That's it. That's all it is. And a SRX is an Equinox, Chevy Equinox with Cadillac emblems.
And they say that it rides a little better than the Equinox.
Because it's a Cadillac, they'll put this suspension grade on it. So if you go in your glove box, you're going to find a little sticker, and that sticker is going to have all these 3-digit things. Like these Chevrolet trucks that say Z71.
Right. Yeah.
what is a Z71? It's in the glove box. It says Z71.
Right.
Is all it is a suspension package. And they did, and GM with their marketing thing said, hey, why don't we call the truck a Z71? A Z71 to me means it has Blistine shocks on it, a heavy-duty transmission cooler,
right.
a tow package. That's what it actually Z71 stands for. So in the Cadillac, in the SRX, it might have a QX2 suspension system, where in the Equinox it might have a ZR3. Oh, okay. And they won't use the quality of suspension parts in the Equinox like they will in the SRX.
Right.
And that's the difference. But the actual body,
the frame and body's the exact same.
Exact same thing.
The exact same. Just like I remember when Cadillac made the Cimarron.
Oh yeah.
That was just a Chevrolet Cavalier with Cadillac emblems.
That's it. That's all it was.
Cadillac Cimarron was a Cavalier with and it rode like a Cavalier.
And leather seats.
But it rode like a Cavalier. You could hear the noise of the road. I mean, Cadillac, you get into Cadillac these days, or just like a Lincoln, you're in a different vehicle.
Right. That's right.
But because GM tries to keep price down and cost down, they do put on the same frames and same body on more than one vehicle.
Well, my wife's Cadillac Escalade drives different than my Chevy Tahoe.
100%, I bet it does. And her Escalade drives a little better, probably.
It does, but it sure does like a gas station.
Well, yeah. Hey, caller, you're on with Matt Gibbs.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, one of the last things that Cadillac did that was really special just before the crash was the Cadillac XLR, which was this Cadillac that was built on a vet body.
That's a Corvette.
They didn't sell very many of them because it was very expensive, but it was cool looking. And everybody have a good morning. Have a good day.
Thanks. Now, is that the Cadillac that kind of looked like the had the square back and everything, and looked like a race car, but it was Cadillac?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a core. Now Cadillac also came out with the V engine, with the V package.
Right.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about something to drive that will impress you? And it was not just in. It was in several cars. You could get the Z package,
right?
And that was impressive.
Yeah, I remember you get the Z24 in the Cavalier package.
See, the Z24. That
didn't mean anything.
No, it did mean something.
Probably a rear end or something.
Yeah, no, it probably was like this car has power. This type of power steering is Z24. Right. No, it actually had to do with suspension. It was a Euro package, I think it was. So it had like little ground effects.
And they did it to play off the Z28. Everybody knows why they did it.
Right.
Like I used to tell people when I was in college, I drove a Vet. A Chevette.
You drove the other Vet.
Yeah, but it was still a Vet.
Right.
It was just a Chevette. So with the day and age of computers taking over everything, this isn't in Cadillacs. Everything is driven by the computer now.
Everything.
You need to have how often do you need to have a regular computer diagnostic checkup?
It's okay, so it's kind of like these computers that you got at your desk right now.
Right.
If they're all operating correctly and everything's functioning correctly, you'll probably leave them alone because there's that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But then when we have that glitch or we have that issue and we go in there, oh wow, you got this malware or you got this virus, and then you go ahead and deal with it.
First thing I look for whenever I see a glitch in the computer is there an update available.
Exactly.
First thing I do. Hi caller, you're on with Matt Gibbs. Well, they were on with Matt Gibbs.
So I would say if you come to me and you have these symptoms, just like if I have issues with my computer, I got my IT guy, I call him and say, yo, my computer here at the shop, and he's like.
So the fact that my lights dim, and it's kind of disconcerting when you're sitting in traffic and all of a sudden, it happened this morning. I'm sitting in traffic, all of a sudden, the brightness increased inside the Cadillac. Because I come to work, it's still a little dark outside.
Right.
The brightness in the Cadillac increased like 30% because the dashboard lights brightened.
Right.
And I know that's not right.
No.
No. I know it's
especially when you didn't tell it to do.
I know it's the Cadillac telling me, hey, something's up. I know when I crank the car, it doesn't register my air conditioner or something, or when it won't let my Bluetooth play even though Bluetooth is hooked up.
Right.
And you can shut the car off, and then 90 seconds later crank it back up, everything works. I know the Cadillac's telling me something's wrong.
Well, see, I know for a fact that they had some issues like the Bluetooth and that your Cadillac goes through your OnStar system. That's where it's controlled. That's where it kind of goes through. So, and they've had some issues with there's a whole lot of updates on the OnStar stuff. So if you brought your car to me, Tom, and I know we only have just a few seconds left, but if you brought your car to me and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to plug it in and go to the computer, it'll show me a list. It'll, like if we're going to just say powertrain control module. So that has to do with the engine, so and transmission. So we go in there and it'll tell me over here on this box. It says this is the operating number. This is the part that we're using right now. Then over here on the left side of the screen, there's going to be a whole list of numbers. And then I'll try to look for this number over here on this list. And a lot of times it's going to be right one or two at the top, and there's already 15. There's been 15 updates from the time yours was done to now.
Oh. Yeah.
You know? And then if you click on this one down here, at the bottom of it, it'll tell you we changed the brightness of the lights, or we changed this and this and this and this. And sometimes it'll be 30, 40 different things.
How long's we got about 20 seconds. How long's one of those updates usually take? Is that something same day, or is that something I need to leave the vehicle?
No, that's typically same day. It depends if you get there early in the morning, because it takes several hours because I go through each individual system. So the more sophisticated your car is, the longer it takes because it has more operating systems.
Auto repair with personal care with Matt Gibbs. Hey, Matt, see you next week.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back after a short timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Some things to consider when purchasing a tractor for your homestead. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Are you looking for something that's unusual or hard to find? You might just find it at HiBid.com. It's the online auction site for, well, just about anything. HiBid.com has estate sales, closeouts, liquidations, and even government-seized vehicle auctions. It's easy to bid on office furniture, antiques, sports memorabilia, restaurant equipment, motorboats, and even arcade games. You can search for items by name or simply see where the next page takes you. Visit HiBid.com, that's HIBID.com, and find what you're looking for today.
Provincial fungicide is to plant fields with vowels are to the English language. With it, disease control sind compult.
It couldn't be any clearer. Provosol fungicide is to peanut fields what vowels are to the English language. Without it, disease control isn't complete. Provosol fungicide from BASF is the missing piece you need to finish off disease. Always read and follow label directions.
Southeast AgNet is social. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.